Season 3 of You introduced us to a wide array of new cast members and characters in the show. In the suburbs in Northern California, it's a tight-knit place where everybody seems to be aware of everybody's business. We were introduced to quite literally all of the people that were involved. So, with this, I thought I'd take a look at all of the main characters in Season 3 of the show and rank them from worst to best. This is in terms of performance and likability. So, who is the best character in Season 3 of You? And who is the worst? Well, let's find out. Before I go ahead, make sure you go over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. So without further ado, I'm BrainPilot, and here is You Season 3 Every Character Ranked. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers from Season 3 of the show, so watch with caution. Coming in last place on this list is the character Theo. From a viewing perspective, I found him to be the most annoying character to watch on screen. I thought his arc was okay, but I just found it quite hard to believe that Love would be fooling around with this annoying 19-year-old kid. Dylan Arnold as Theo, I feel, delivered the role well as the character who fell head over heels for a married woman, and was genuinely naive enough to believe that there was something there. Although delivering the character well, I just found this character extremely frustrating to watch and didn't root for him at all, despite getting his head caved in by Love. I'm glad he made it out okay, but this character just didn't do it for me. Natalie. Natalie is a hard character to report on because we didn't get much time for her. I was surprised when she was killed off in the first episode, to be honest. It was a short but sweet performance for Michaela McManus. In her one episode, she managed to seduce Joe, want to have an affair from her husband, and call out that she wasn't happy in her marriage. Oh, and also make Love jealous and get herself killed. So imagine if she stuck around for longer. A solid performance, but no real time to mature or form a strong connection with. Matthew. Matthew was the widow of Natalie and was the person who was on the hunt for the real murderer in Joe and Love. I feel Matthew was an okay character. He didn't have tons of screen time due to not really needing it, but he served his purpose well. I feel his character arc deserved a better ending with regards to the murder of Natalie, but I suppose he learned to appreciate his son, which is a good way for this character to close off. Sherry and Carrie. Sherry was a character that definitely grew on me as the season went on. She started off as this two-dimensional character that was nosy and the typical gossip of the town. However, as the season went on, she became more than what she was painted out to be at the start. She became somebody who needed to take a look inwards at herself, her relationship, and reevaluate her priorities. This was a clear development from the character that we had at the start, and I feel her journey was actually quite large considering that she was a secondary character. I feel Kerry was okay in this show. He didn't have a huge role to play. If anything, he was more of a supporting character to Sherry. Just like her, his character also took a journey and followed a similar arc to what hers did. Dante. Dante, although an extremely small character in this show, made a large impact in terms of likability. He was the colleague at the library and would also babysit for Joe and Love from time to time. He seemed like a genuinely kind and likable character with a great sense of humor. He didn't bring much to the show or have lots of screen time, but he was definitely memorable. Marion. Marion was Joe's love interest for Season 3, and I found this character quite hard to connect with. She didn't come across as Joe's type of woman, when compared to Beck, Love, Candace, and Delilah, so I was quite baffled when the two were paired together. She seemed too by the book to be with Joe. However, I guess her traumatic part is what led her to be like that. Tati Gabrielle delivered a good performance, and her chemistry with Penn Badgley was very strong. We saw a natural relationship develop between the pair quite quickly, and I feel that's down to her performance. Although not my favourite character of the season, she was definitely not my least favourite, but I would say my least favourite love interest. Love. Victoria Pedretti is a standout in this show. She was absolutely phenomenal this season. She had a wide array of emotions to deliver at the click of a finger, and she succeeded every single time. It was her final season in the show, and I think we really got to see the best of Love. We saw the chaotic psycho mentality that she has, and that she's prepared to do anything to be with the person that she loves most in this world. She was most definitely the second best character in this show and deserved to be placed where she is on the list. Jo. Could there be anybody else in this top spot? Come on. I don't think so. Penn Badgley did it again for the third season in a row. He delivered the creepy, menacing, psychotic, obsessive, yet oddly charming character of Jo. This character at its core should not be liked or loved by anybody, but every new season that we get, I think we all fall in love with him even more. I'd say we definitely got to see a softer, more human side to Jo this season, and that's something that I was a fan of. I love the way that he's always one step ahead of everybody in the show, and us the audience. I think it's safe to say that he thoroughly deserves to be number one on this list. So, there you have it. My ranking of all of the main characters in Season 3 of the show. What did you think? Do you agree with me? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.